Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining this reading today. Thank you so much for being here. So let's begin to find out what messages come through and what cards come out with this reading. So the first card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. We do have Earth sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or even a Capricorn. We have the Ten of Wands. It is in the reverse. And we have the Judgment card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. In the Judgment card, we do have some Scorpio energy. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio. But with this Ace of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of wanting to be able to create with you. I do feel like there's a desire for being able to get together, to be able to actually have something come out of that, being able to work together, being able to actually get together as far as being able to start something. I do feel like there's a strong beginning over here. I do also feel like there's a strong start when it comes to being able to meet someone. I do feel like with this Ace of Wands, this is a strong opportunity as well for being able to have something start. And I do feel like starting something quite strong, on a strong foot. And I do feel like there is a sense of also being able to actually experience a lot of enjoyment with that. I do feel like though, with the Nine of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of somebody who is in a position where it's like they are quite independent. I do feel like this person may be used to that energy of being alone or being in a space where they are more so independent. They could be somebody who's very generally an independent person. I do also feel like with this Nine of Pentacles showing up over here, this person may also like their space. They could be somebody who actually feels more comfortable being alone than in a relationship. So I do feel like there's a sense of actually, when it comes entering into a connection with someone, it's really taking them out of their comfort zone. But I do feel like with this Ace of Wands showing up over here, there is a sense of actually kind of having that sense of independence being challenged and being open to that. I do feel like with the Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually release something that is no longer serving you. I do feel like it feels like something may have been a burden. I do feel like that's something that's soon to be your past. I do feel like this is about being able to actually move forward. And also, I feel like there is a sense of being able to actually have support and being able to move on from something. So I do feel like there is support around you. I do also feel like with this Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does also feel like a sense of being able to actually share the load within a connection with someone. I do feel like there is a sense of being able to have a connection that's quite balanced. And I do feel like with this Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse, there's a sense of actually a desire to be able to have something that is neutral, something that's balanced, where the load is shared and it's not one-sided. And I do feel like that's what you're going to get when it comes to being able to have a connection with someone. I also feel that that could be something also drawing you to someone. But with the Judgment card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of really leaning heavily on discernment. I do feel like there's a sense of being in a space where this person is kind of really contemplating and thinking a lot and very deeply when it comes to being able to actually make a move towards you and being able to take action towards a connection with you. I do feel like with that Ace of Wands that this is an offer for being able to enter into something with somebody. I do feel like with the Judgment card, it could be that you know this person. I do feel like this could also be an offer to be able to have a second chance. It's like there's a desire for a second chance at something with you. And I do feel like with this Judgment card, this does also feel like a sense of actually having had really given something a lot of thoughts and being able to be in a space where this person's kind of assessing things quite deeply. They're leaning heavily on their discernment. And I do feel like there's a lot that's being taken into consideration before making you an offer. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So we have the King of Swords showing up here, and with this King of Swords showing up over here, I do feel like this does feel like a sense of kind of being very it's like there's a sense of somebody coming across a little bit detached. I do feel like that with the Nine of Pentacles showing up over here as well. This person may be somebody who's used to being on their own. I do feel like there's a sense of also being very comfortable in that energy. So I do feel like they could be coming across as kind of detached, and that may be something that feels a bit cold when it comes to that energy. But when it comes to your connection with this person, there is something very, I do feel like that is something that's very warm. I do feel like there is a sense of feeling connected, and I do feel like there is a strong spark initially with this person, and it is also something that is coming from this person having a lot of attraction towards you. So I'm also getting with this Queen of Wands. So I feel like this person, there's some sense of feeling very it's like they feel very attracted to you. There's strong desire with this Queen of Wands showing up over here. That's what I'm also getting. I do feel like it's a sense of this person's single days or singlehood, or that's very independent side of them being something that's coming to an end, or the possibility of that being something on the table is something they are realizing. And I do also feel that they are open to. But with this Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually make a decision. I do feel like there could be a lot of things on your plate right now, and do feel like across other areas of your life as well, not just in love. So I do feel like with this Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this is especially an important time for getting organized. Do you feel like this connection may be what's pushing you to be able to actually organize your priorities? And I do feel like with this Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this is especially something that is going to be necessary. I also feel like it's something that you may feel is something that is necessary for being able to actually have this connection, be able to thrive. And I do feel like when it comes to you being able to have and be present in this connection with someone. So I do feel like it's like you're both in a space where there are other things that are also important right now, as well as taking precedence in your life right now. And I do feel like, especially on the work front, or it could even be anything, but it does feel like there's something else also happening alongside the running of this connection. But with this Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like a sense of being committed towards making something work and even nurturing something with you. And I do feel like there is a strong effort that's put into being able to make things work with you. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Saturn return. And we have Capricorn with IUs. And we have the 9th house with Faith. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could also be dealing with a Sagittarius. But with the Saturn return card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of actually being able to tackle things with a knowledge of what may have worked in the past, and also being in a space where it's like you're trying to give it the best shot. I do feel like there's effort being made, but I also feel like there's very conscious effort. I do feel like with the Saturn return card showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of being able to have something that's going to last. And I do feel like there's a seriousness to this connection. With the Capricorn card showing up over here, I do feel like you could be dealing with a Capricorn. And do you feel like also this Capricorn card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of being in a space where career-wise, or when it comes to your ambitions, you could be doing quite well. I also feel like there could be a sense of recognition in that area, especially with all of these Pentacle cards coming out over here. Do you feel like in the career front and even work-wise, things could be going quite well for you, as well as for the person you are dealing with? And I do feel like this could be a very good time. I also feel like with this 9th house card showing up over here, this also feels like very fortunate energy. And I do feel like with the 9th house, this also feels like a sense of being able to get to know somebody on a deep level. But I also feel like this connection is one that goes deeper than just being able to get to know somebody on the surface. I do feel like this feels like also being able to actually have and share in a lot of dreams and ambitions, and also being able to actually connect from that space. And I do feel like there's a lot of faith into where things can go. And I do feel like, though, this King of Swords showing up over here, this feels like a bit of a detached energy. I do feel like there could be a sense of being in a space where there's some distractions when it comes to the initial beginning of this connection. But I do feel like the connection is something that's mutually felt and is hard to ignore. I still feel like it goes quite deep, and I feel like it's quite strong as well. I do feel like there's a lot of passion and a passionate start here, but with that, I do feel like there's effort that's necessary to keep things going. So I do feel like there's a lot of nurturing of this connection, especially to keep it going. And I do feel like this person is also up to being able to show up for this connection in that way. I also feel like you're also in a position to need to also be able to show up in making this connection go further. But I do feel like you're up for it, and I do feel like this is also a very fortunate time in your career as well. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.